right. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Cassie. I'm Courtney's oldest sister. I'm responsible for 3 of the children running around tonight. So I just want to start by saying thank you to Alex and Courtney for making sure that they included our children in the festivities, because I know it isn't easy, because 11 years ago we didn't have any children. And today they wouldn't have had it any other way than to include them and make them a part of the day. So it's been a little emotional, but it's been really meaningful to have them here today. And I'm not really sure why I'm crying so much. I think as Courtney's oldest sister, yeah, she's my little sister, 6 years, but maybe a little bit of a mother figure to her. And I think it's almost closing a chapter as the 3 of us are now married. But I recently learned that I'm one of Courtney's role models. Although I guess it's obvious. I never really acknowledged it until she just matter-of-factly told me while I was changing in the dressing room in California at a beautiful spa that I was her role model, and it just kind of hit me. I'm not sure that I have all the answers at all that she's looking for, and I'm certainly far from having it all figured out. But I'm honored to know that someone as resilient and independent as Courtney considers me someone to look up to. We are very different in so many ways, yet we complement one another in some of the best ways. No, thank you. Go sit down. Our lives... Thank you. Yes, that's Luca. Thank you. Our lives are definitely not parallel, but our internal compasses very much run parallel. Courtney was never one to stay the course, as her sisters did. Both of us stayed home from college and abided by what our parents wanted. But Courtney, she prepared a PowerPoint for our parents and convinced them that she needed to go away to school, and she went away to Geneseo. And once she had her wings, she kind of explored the world from there on. Both of us had traditional Sweet 16s. Courtney chose a trip to Hawaii, where I was 21 years old and responsible for the 3 of us, and had to argue with her when she wanted to take a long walk on the beach by herself at 16. But it was an amazing experience, and if it wasn't for Courtney insisting upon that experience, I wouldn't have had it. So it's very much who she is, and it just very much represents who Courtney is. Both of us, we married in our 20s, very young. Boys we met pretty young, who we love very much. But Courtney, she waited. She waited until her 30s until she met the very best boy, Alex. And although we are all a bit different, there's one thing we can say with confidence, that being married to a done girl isn't easy. And our husbands can attest to that. My husband's hairline can attest to that. But it's the best part of us because we wear our hearts on our sleeves. We love deeply, and we fight for what matters most to us. Courtney has always been a trailblazer, and I've always admired that about her more than she knows. You're a role model also, Courtney. You're a role model to me, and you're a role model to our children. She's been an aunt now for almost a decade. I can't believe it. And she takes the title with honor, adding more nieces and nephews along the way. She's always there with a story about her latest adventure and a new book for their shelf. She's added the joy of Alex, Milo, and later Charlie to our lives, bringing more love into our lives and more love into our children's lives. 5 or so years ago, when I met Alex, I had my guard up. I knew he was a fitness instructor in the city. I knew he was closer to my age, and I knew that he was coming to visit me in my messy house with tiny children running around. I did have a Peloton, but it had a lot of clothes on it. I used to spin, and I made sure he knew that. He became Uncle Alex very quickly. I wasn't sure if it would be too much of a commitment for him at the time to be called Uncle Alex, but he didn't protest, and my kids didn't really give him a choice. Courtney and Alex, as I stand up here on your wedding day, I'd like to toast, but my drink is over there. I toast to both of you. May you always remember that the family you come from is important, but the family you create is what matters most. And we will always be here as your village to support you, to offer guidance and advice when you ask, and to celebrate with you in all that the future holds for you. Marriage is something you will have to work on every single day. And some days it's harder than others. But I promise you that if you put in the work, that it will humble you in so many ways, and it will really teach you so much about yourself. So if we can please raise a glass to Courtney and Alex, and I'd like to toast to the first day of the rest of their lives. Let's take a drink. All right, now it's Kristen's turn.
Oh, there's champagne right here.
We love you. We love you very much. I'm going to take the choice here.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. All right, thank you, Cassie. Okay, and for those of you who don't know me, I am Kristen, Courtney's other older sister. We are 2 years and 3 days apart, both Geminis, which in Latin means twins. We shared many of the same memories growing up. We shared a room, Barney's birthday parties, and matching outfits. Some people would actually mistake us for twins growing up. But aside from that signature done look, we were also different in many ways. Your messy side of the room and mine clean. Your nightly singing voice to me and me quietly listening to music. And you always making us late to school, but I was always on time. And your rebellious teen years, and mine, well, they were not so rebellious. Looking back, I cherish the child memories we shared so closely, but I love that we have grown into our own. However, you have learned a few things from me. Your apartment is always so tidy. And you have learned some quiet time like yoga and meditation sessions. And your knack for always being on time now for all of our children's events. I admire your independent, strong-willed personality, and that I hope for one day to see in my own girls. Alex, we could not be more excited to officially gain another brother and uncle for our children. I've always admired your ability to make yourself a part of our family from day one. And your empathetic personality has always made that so easy. When Courtney told us about her good-looking personal trainer boyfriend, she wasn't kidding. Tonight, you look especially handsome, and you are glowing with happiness with my sister. Courtney, there is pure joy and love written all over your face. You are beaming and look absolutely radiant in your dress. You're like really pretty. As you both embark on this journey as husband and wife and grow your family, maybe some more fur babies too, always remember that time is the best gift you can give each other, and always make time for one another. Please raise your glasses again to the bride and groom, to a lifetime of health and happiness.
Mic drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Cassie and Kristen a big round of applause. Now I'd like to introduce best man, Ramon. Just kidding, Jason.
Ramon is the best man. He's going to give the speech in 2 seconds, I promise. I just really wanted to quickly, just a really quick story. When they first met, my brother and I lived together, and it was COVID, right? So, but he brought her over, and she would be over a lot, and I was like, this girl's not going to last. Like, well, I know my brother. I didn't think... I immediately thought, very sweet girl, but she's not going to put up with this. But obviously COVID, we couldn't go anywhere, so she was over a lot, and I got to know her, and I was very fond of her from the get-go. Again, Ramon is going to give the big teary speech and all that, but I just wanted to say that I love you.
All right. I'm going to try not to cry. Feel my feelings? Thank you. That's really sound advice. I hope you're not charging me for it. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's celebration of Courtney and Alex. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ramon, best man, best friend, and brother from another mother to Alex. But before I dive into my love rant for the newlywed couple, I want to take a moment this evening to thank a few important people. Debbie, Rick, Ma, and Dad, Jason, thank you for welcoming me into your family with open arms. I love you all. To Leona, thank you for bringing Courtney into this world. She is a wonderful human being. And finally, to this unsung hero of the night, Zahir Fazzi, who in 2005 at our final interview for the Posse Scholarship declared out loud to Alex and myself that he was the starting quarterback and pitcher at his high school and could throw a fastball 95 miles per hour. This was the moment Alex and I had our spark. We instantly burst into laughter. Because why would a kid throwing 95 miles per hour be interviewing for an academic scholarship and not signing an MLB contract? Let's just say that, little did we know that within earshot, we would meet Jessica. And she would say out loud, hey, that's funny. My cousin is the starting quarterback and pitcher for that same high school. Let's just say that we put Zahir's words to the test, and he could not throw 95 miles per hour. But he provided something more than laughs. Zahir had inadvertently embarked us on a lifelong journey of friendship, and nearly 20 years to this day, we are here. From the moment Alex and I arrived at Wheaton College, we were inseparable. Our love for the Yankees, food, poker, and all things New York City related kept us sane while we were homesick. Our college years were memorable, and during our junior year, we decided to travel halfway across the world to Australia for a 5-month beach vacation. A semester abroad, learning of Australian culture and art and history and people, right? That's where I was lucky enough to meet my lovely wife, Felicia. That is true. That is true. After college, we moved back to New York City to enjoy our 20s with jobs and the little money in our pockets. We enjoyed the finest dive bars New York City had to offer. By this point, Caleb had joined our chosen family. And Jess, let me tell you, best decision ever. Just look at that handsome man. In writing my remarks for this special occasion, I just kept thinking of the word generous. This is how I would describe Alex. He's generous with his time, his love, his passion, and his kindness for anyone around him. He will give you the shirt off his back if you need it more. This is why my kids have always known him as Uncle Alex and nothing more. Now, up until 2019, Alex didn't have the best luck in the ladies department when it came to finding the right partner. And shortly after my son Sebastian was born, he came to the hospital and told Felicia and I that he had started dating Courtney. Now, for those of you who are not aware, as you know, it has kind of been said this evening, their dating anniversary has always been hotly debated, right? But rest assured, guys, as of today, it is 9-1. Now, naturally, as a best friend, you want the absolute best for your friends. So I guess I could say it was almost love at first sight the moment we met you. At the Bureaucracy Beer Hall in Long Island City. I still recall pulling Alex aside after you had left and said, "Don't fuck this up. Excuse me, don't mess this up." Every time we hung out, it became apparent that you were the missing piece to our chosen family. Courtney, I hope that by this point you know exactly how I feel about you. You are known to my boys as their favorite Auntie Courtney. Don't tell Alex or Jess. You are my chosen family. You're an amazing human. You're smart, witty, compassionate, persuasive, and devilishly beautiful. I knew this guy had met his match, and he had to elevate his game to just keep up with you. I'm closing, guys. I'm also shaking. In closing, it's been an honor to talk about Alex and Courtney this evening, but the greatest honor will be watching you embark on this next chapter that you have chosen to write together. I can't wait to see where life leads you, and I'm just so happy to share it with you. And so, may we raise our glasses, not for the last time this night, but to Courtney and Alex. I love you both. Cheers.
All right, guys. Hello? Hello. There we go. We're going to have one more speech by Courtney's brother, Joey. I really hope he wants to, because I put him on the spot.
This is working. All right, so everyone else had a speech planned, and I didn't. So I don't know what to say. But Alex, welcome to the family. I'm happy to have a brother because I grew up with 3 sisters. And it wasn't easy. About 4 years old, they would always try to dress me up. Pretty annoying, so I wish I had an older brother to beat them up. But all I can say is I seen Courtney date a decent amount of guys because she would drive me to school every day when I was in 9th grade and she was in 12th grade. She welcomed me into high school. And she's been a really good sister, and I think you're a perfect match. And just welcome to the family.